How are you from all over the world? Let's see. Did we start here? Hey, let's go live today. We're gonna go live here. I think we're live there. Let's see. Good morning. This is Wendy Charles from Wendy Charles Speaks, and I'm in the she shed today. I'm here for you. We started off today trying to use Substack and doing our morning ritual, and we didn't quite make it. So we are doing it now on TikTok Live. I want you to join me at Wendy at WendyCharlesSpeaks.com and follow me on SKOOL Grow with Wendy Charles. And today is a great day. I am honored and privileged to be here. I hope you are here too because you want to win in your life. You want to win in your second act. Yes, yes, absolutely. 50 plus is the way to go to purpose. Okay? 50 plus. If you made it to 50 plus, guess what? You've got a lot in there. You've got a lot in there. So let me help you polish your inner mirror. Let me help you unleash your inner authority. How about that? How about that? How about we unleash our inner authority? So today, like I said, we're in the she shed. This is my converted RV studio for Wendy Charles Speaks. That way we can bring it to you or you can come to me, whichever, but we make it a mobile thing. So I'm going to take this down now. Hold on a minute because we are still rolling and setting ourselves free. So that's what we're going to do today is set ourselves free. Okay? Free of what? Free of fear. Free of regret. Free of mind. Whatever that is. Okay? So last year I wrote a book called Be Splendid in Your Day. I think you see it back behind me here. Okay, Be Splendid in Your Day. You can buy that book on, and it's not this thing. This just happens to be the big prototype of it, but it is a small 5 by 5 book called Be Splendid in Your Day, and it is on my website at wendycharlesspeaks.com. And I think it also has its own website. So but if you go up there, you can purchase it there. You can also, for the first two people that are here and stay here with me for this hour and 30 minutes, uh, I'm going to give you the first two people that do that. I'm going to give you a discovery call with me for 15 minutes. And what we're going to discover is how I can help you, right? Because we all need a great coach, okay? I myself have a coach. Her name is Sonia Stribling, Dr. Sonia Stribling, and she is my speaker coach. I absolutely love her. She's phenomenal. You know, um, she's got the energy and she's been out here for quite a long time. And I see that she has what she works on is a purpose driven business. So, been part of that program. And another program that I'm engaged in is with Alicia Littles, and that is AI and certification in AI. So, these are the tools, this is the things that you need. You need, if you have a purpose, you need a coach, okay? You need a coach, okay? Because when we get stuck, we need somebody to push us over that, push us over the hump of life, and especially when we're 50 plus. You know why? Because I don't, I don't quite understand the human spirit, but as we age, we just pick up more things in our and it just weighs us down. It weighs us down. And then all of a sudden we find that we got all this stuff, okay? And we're like, wow, I bought a home, I had kids, I had a career, all these great things, but I feel stuck. I feel like I can't move another place. I can't do another thing. Well, that's why you need a coach pushes you over, yeah, you keep it on doing what you're doing because you're doing it. Okay, need a coach. So that's why I'm encouraging you to join me at wendycharlesspeaks.com or SKOOL school, grow with Wendi. Okay? So I see that you're coming up now and we're chatting. So let me tell you, tell me in the chat, who has fears? Who has regrets? Okay? Because that's usually what stops us. You know, stinking, thinking, the mental, I call it the mental menopause, huh? How about that? The mental menopause. Okay, well, I know you men probably, well, I guess men go through that. But anyway, um, you know, the mental pause, which stops you and says, "No, I'm not good enough. No, I can't." All of the false evidence appearing real. Get rid of it. 90% of the things that we think negatively is going to happen doesn't happen. Now, 5% of it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. You know, nothing ever goes wrong. And it just don't get wiped out. No, not saying that at all. Okay. And I have a few cameras here. So if you see me looking at different places or thinking my eyes are like flipping you out, okay, it's not you, some other views. Okay. So, hey, if you're here with me today, I want to thank you. And then I first want to say, let me apologize for what I might say to you that offends you. Do I have your permission? Or ask your permission to offend you if I must in teaching you how to win, how to have your second act 50 plus. Yeah, 50 plus is the senior moment based on AARP standard, not mine, AARP. Okay. I just happen to go with the flow. And that's what I want to teach you today. I want to tell you that we are stuck today because instead of being that willow tree, okay, it goes like this and this. As we age, we become the oak tree. We stand and we can't go it. We just so I want to encourage you to become the willow tree so that when things happen, you can we've been bobbed through it, right? You're worth it. You are worth that to yourself. Okay? So let's get started. Some of the things I'm going to go over today are kind of, I have a table of contents of my book. So I picked a subject for today. And because I've been working on, and that's forgiving yourself and others. Okay? Let me tell you. Everybody wants to blame everybody for the same old thing. Huh? Everybody wants to blame everybody for the same old thing. Really? Well, it's their fault. It's his fault. It's his fault. Forget about fault. It doesn't really matter whose fault it is that something happened. Whether it's your mama, your daddy, your brother, your cousin, your friend, whoever. That really doesn't matter. What matters is you free yourself from it so that you can move on, so that you can be as inspirational and successful and you can have your purpose. But you first have to forgive yourself any transgressions, okay? And you have to eliminate false evidence appearing real, which is the fear factor that stops us all. And I'm not sure why that happens. It's just a human nature thing that it happens, but it stops us. We ghost ourselves with our brains. It's our brains that ghost ourselves because when you change your thought, you change. Okay? Because the body doesn't know if it's real or not. It just knows the thought. And you control that if you choose to. If you choose to, but you have to make a concerted effort. Okay? And that's why you're here with me today. And if what I'm saying to you doesn't resonate to you, perhaps this is not the channel for you. But if it is, stay here and join me at wendycharlesspeaks.com or SKOOL.com, Grow with Wendi. And I'm going to come up and bring the lives up. I'm doing a live on Mondays between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. Just to help give you encouragement each week to say, hey, you can do it. You can do a second act. I'm on my sixth act, okay? But you can have your second act of purpose, okay? Let's get busy with working on our purpose together. Let's embrace ourselves. So For those who stay on my YouTube live for today, okay, we're gonna have two folks. If you stay here, I'm going to give you a discovery call with me for 15 minutes so we can figure out how to realign what's going on and move you forward so that you aren't stuck. So what I did last year, I had oh gosh, you had threats and challenges, and the chaos was going on. The elections were moving, and and you still got to pay bills, right? Oh, there was a lot of chaos and stuff, and I want to tell you about paying bills. Be happy you have a bill to pay, okay? Because you know what? When creditors give you credit, it's an honor to have it. Okay, that means you can use it and move it and shake it and do it. Okay, so just be respectful of it and appreciate it too. So anyway, not to blame others for what they do to you anymore. Stop it. Take responsibility for all of it, regardless of fault. So what I did last year is I decided that to free myself, I had to free others. And you know how I had to do that? I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter of forgiveness. You can go up to my website, wendycharlesspeaks.com. And if you need that letter for free yourself as a template, please feel free to use it. But if not, let's keep talking about it. And let me say that I wrote a letter saying, please, I forgive myself and I forgive all y'all. All y'all being whoever it was, whoever it is, whoever's been in my life for all of these years. Okay. I'm sorry. And perhaps you did something to me, but hey, listen, I take responsibility. I've moved on. Why? Because I need to move on. Okay. If you're stuck in stupid, I don't have to be. Okay. So let it go. Let it go. It doesn't hurt. It's a piece of paper. You write the ink on it. As long as you're sincere about it, okay. You don't want to create more problems for yourself, So be sincere. Don't do it anymore. Whatever it was you did was stupid the first time. Don't do it again, okay? Especially after you apologize for it. All right. Just move on and go and grow with your new self. New self, because once you write that letter, oh my good, oh, you feel that the monkey or the thing that had you down on your back is now gone. That's about your feeling. So now you have your peace. You have happiness. You know what? Is that all I really? I mean, I just needed to put it in writing. I just had to take some action. Yes, you did. You do. When you do, you'll feel great too. Hey, I challenge you all to do it. Start with you. Pump you up. Forgive yourself and move on. Move the heck on with your life. Don't get stuck in stupid. Don't get stuck in regret. Don't get stuck in fear, especially as a senior. You can't afford it. You can't afford to be stuck in fear. You can't afford to be stuck in regret. And the reason why you can't afford it, because your body and everything is get aging, okay? And you gotta keep that prime, okay? So I know I've talked to you all about this before, and that is how I start my day, my process every day. And I hope you'll implement this into your process. When I wake up in the morning, appreciation, gratitude, just to still be able to breathe for the bed that I'm sleeping on, for the family that I have, whether functional or dysfunctional. I'm just happy to have. Okay? And then I begin my prayer. Okay, my prayer I use is not me a holding gate, but whatever prayer you say that you use, whether it's Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Indian, Zoroaster, whatever you are, use it. Use it to empower you. Use it to get you in rhythm with yourself. Not anybody else, with yourself. So gratitude and prayer. Let's start there. That's one thing you do every day to start your day, no matter what. No matter how crappy the day was yesterday, no matter how, like I said, you had regrets for years ago. Well, those should have been gone because if you wrote the letter, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Okay. And then I exercise by breathing. We can do that right now. Let's do it. Come on, take the breath. Oh, take the breath. One more. How do you feel? I hope you're feeling better just by doing that. So that was just like exercising, moving in some circulation. And then, I do some chair yoga. Sometimes I go to the gym. In fact, I go to the gym twice a week just to keep the body moving. Okay. Because when you don't move when you age, you become an oak tree. Okay. Everything is so to move. Okay. And that's not where you want to be. You want to be moving and shaking in your life forever. Okay? We are living longer. There are more centennials in the world today than there has ever been before, even with all the crappy food. Can you believe that? It's kind of an oxymoron. We always talk about uh how if you eat this food, eat like let's say all the GMOs and garbage that's in food that's causing us harm, right? Keep causing us to be fat, causing us to have high blood pressure, causing us to have diabetes, those type of things. But ultimately, we're living longer. Huh? Go figure. Go figure. Okay, but you can take charge of everything about you. You can't take charge of anything about anybody. You can make suggestions. You can make recommendations. Like here, I'm your coach, right? Because you're here and you're listening. So as your coach, I can give you suggestions, but I can't make you do it. You have to have the determination, the desire to walk push your inner being, to want to unleash your inner authority. You have to have that. So no matter what I say to you, what matter what I say, okay, it's only a suggestion. You make it. So the third thing that I do, okay, after I finish, as I said, the gratitude and the prayer exercise, okay, is to set the intention for today. My purpose today was to come visit you. My purpose today was to come share with you how I've overcome my adversities. And I'm continuing to work on it. And I'm here in this sphere because I want like minded people to walk with me, to talk with me, to energize me as I energize you. Because like minded people need to be together. Why are we messing around with people that have so many biases and all they want to see is the differences instead of aligning ourselves with individuals that can see us being the same or alike? Hello, how about you? What are you going through? What regrets, what fears? Have you written a letter? Tell me in the chat. Have you written a letter to tell anyone that I sincerely apologize? Well, mine is out on my website at wendycharlesspeaks.com. If you need to use it, use it. I suggest that you do because it is so free. Or what I'm saying is I suggest that you write. You don't have to use it because mine may just not be how you feel it. Okay? Because we're all unique, all special. You're so special to me. Without you, guess what? I wouldn't even have a speaker business, right? And without my coach, I wouldn't even know how to move forward with speaking. And so I want to ask your permission as your coach. If you're joining me at wendycharlesspeaks.com or SKOOL, I want to ask your permission to offend you sometimes, to step on that toe, to get you out that door in a manner in which is uncomfortable for you. Okay? Because it takes a coach to help you get out of your comfort zone. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to a company in Australia, and they're the number one bike dealer for, let's say, Triumph. They have motivational talk with them. How do you stay number one? And you stay number one by focusing on your customer. Right. Very simple. Keep your customers happy, and you'll stay number one. Because when you're number one, getting to be number one is a hard part, right? But staying number one is harder. Why? Because you got everybody nipping at your heels trying to get to be in your position. Okay? So keep that in mind for anybody that's in the any type of customer service thing, if you're a restaurant, if you're a car dealer, a bike dealer, a book dealer, a bag dealer, whatever kind of dealer you are, okay? Make sure you serve your customers well, serve them first, have effective listen, okay? Don't get into the sell. That's not what customers feel. They know they get in there to buy something, but they want the feeling. They want the feeling that you really, truly care. And not just care about the dollar, but you care about them. You care about their safety. Okay? So keep that in mind if you're in any industry. Okay? The customer comes first in your mindset because you want to keep it. You want to stay. All right? So I kind of got off the beat path here, but I'm back. I want you have that second act. I'm on my sixth act. So those out here who are 50 plus, you feeling stuck or you feel like you're too old, don't listen to that old adage. You never can teach a dog an old trick. What? An old dog, new tricks? You can't teach dogs new tricks? Are you kidding me? Open up your mind at any age and you can learn something. In fact, one of my go-tos for the last year or so has been YouTube inspirational things. Because I don't want to see the news. I don't need the chaos. My body doesn't heal when it's dysfunctional in the mind. It's sick. I don't know about you, but it's sick. Depression kills, guys. Depression kills. Have you been told? Okay? It can kill you. You can die of a broken heart. Ever heard about that? So you have to always keep focused on what your mind is doing. You have to keep it in check. Check. 1, 2, 3. Keep it in check by doing those 3 things that I've just suggested. 1, wake up with gratitude and prayer. 2, go and exercise. 3, work on something in regard to your purpose. Do a feel good with you. Okay? And then some morning it's kind of hard, to get up and go. And I have to play some music. My go-to is Mary J. Blige and Good Morning Gorgeous. She said before you put your hair and makeup on, Good Morning Gorgeous. Yay! I don't know about the hair thing, but I know about the makeup. Okay? But I don't have all right. So if you need to listen to that, hey, look in the mirror and say, Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning. Good morning, gorgeous. Even if you don't believe it at first. Okay? Just do it. Try it. Don't be skating through by the mirror. Oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see no wrinkles. I don't want to see because you're 50 plus and inspiring. I didn't say expiring. I said, and so you need to work you consistent work for you, especially if you're because you want to keep peace and happiness in your life and mindset. And you need to put that in every day. So start out with embracing, start out with looking at you and saying, Good morning, Morgan. Try it. And when I run my free lives at 8 a.m. to 9:30 on Mondays, come and tell me if it's working. For me, I'm a unique person in the world. I'm just like you. I bleed. My hair. I got hair, you know? I know some people don't. But anyway, some people don't have legs and arms either. Then I know aspiring. In fact, there's a minister out. He has no legs and arms. He has a family of 3. He travels all over the world. So, when my kids used to tell me that they couldn't do something, I'd send them a video of that pastor. I forgot his name now. If somebody knows his name, you can put it in chat and tell them. But don't limit yourself for any reason. And surely don't limit yourself because you're old. Now, I could see if life has limited you because you now have Alzheimer's. I get it. Okay? That's something you really can't help. But if you don't have Alzheimer's, okay? And I don't think you'd be here if you had Alzheimer's because probably couldn't figure out how to get up on YouTube or Substack or Facebook or any of it, right? Because you'd be confused. So You who are here is not. So you're coachable. You're at the right place. If you have fears, regrets, and doubts of who you can be and what you can be, you're at the right place. If you want to inspire others, you're at the right place. Because we're going to do that together. Everything is a journey together. Everything we should do, uh, especially when you see, you know, if you close your eyes. So let's do that. Let's just close your and take yourself to it. Listen, take yourself to it. Listen, let's just see. Did you feel that? Did you feel that? You see, the mind doesn't know whether they're at the beach or not at the beach. It thinks it's at the beach because you're visualizing the beach. In fact, that's one of the strategies that a lot of athletes use. Visualization to win. There's some athletes that don't train as much as other athletes, but still are number one in their game. It's all in the mind. Mind, mind, mind. So surround yourself with positive people. Feed your thoughts with positive things, whether it's reading a book, whether it's listening to a book, listening to music, watching a YouTube, learning something, but something that inspires you. Don't waste your time. Gossip. And it's funny, the older people get, for some reason, they love this gossip. Oh, let me tell you what happened over here. You know, Miss So-and-so had over there. You don't back over there. And we should do. What? Don't waste your time, as they say. Life and make it yours. Make it your purpose. Make it you, what you want to do. And get away from all that. It doesn't help you anyway. It just creates more chaos around you. It causes more chaos in the world. And and what could be any worse than the chaos and things that are happening now? You know, blowing up people's houses, sitting in a restaurant, and all of a sudden a bomb comes up. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why are these people fighting in these countries and why are they fighting? Oh, what? Because of greed? Obviously. But you know what? You can still choose happiness no matter where you are. There's always sun above the cloud. There's always the sun above the cloud. Please don't forget that. Please don't forget that. Does anyone in the chat, what do you see? Have you seen the sun above the cloud? Do you realize that on a cloudy day, the sun is still up there? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what people are thinking. They make it so final that something's so bad. And yes, there's a sun above the clouds. And every year you can see day after day after day after day the sun if you choose to, even if there are clouds, because you can do something else that's sunny in your. I'm going to say forgive me here because something just opened in in my studio. Good. Okay. So we're back here. I'm back with you. Apologize. So keep that in. When people are sad, just, or depressed, that's the other thing. Depression kill you. So we want to try to avoid that by any means possible without, let's say, indulging in something to mask the pain, right? What we want to do is indulge in mental clarity, okay, of ourselves and others. That's it. When you have that, you're your own doctor. You've corrected your own issue. Because the issue is always you. You can't control anyone else. You can only make suggestions. Like I said, I'm a coach here. Okay. And I'm telling you, I can only tell my folks, hey guys, I suggest you write this letter so it'll free your soul and free your mind. Whether you do it or not, I can't make you do it. I just can encourage you to do it. And I hope you do it because I want you to be at the same place that I am, and that is to feel free from fear, free from regrets. I want to give you an example, something that had happened to me. Fear or stinking thinking. Okay. I was American Airlines Sabre EDS 30%. So, excuse me, 25 years and 39 years in the insurance. And one day I went for an interview as a sales rep for American in Atlantic City. And at that time, I was living in Tulsa. I wanted to move back to be near my dad. So I went to this interview. looked good, I sound good, I felt good, knew everything was good. Except I never got called to get the job. However, a month or so later, I got a call from a guy named John Peterson. He said, "Hey, Wendy, how are you doing?" I said, "So what happened? I didn't get this job." So he said, "You know, Wendy, you were my best candidate. You were fantastic in the interview. I would have hired you on the spot, except there was something that I wasn't sure, and that was whether or not that position was going to be in sync within the next year." I said, "What?" He said, "Actually, they are scheduled to close that office next 4 months. So, had I gotten that job and moved my family, I lost my job in 4 months." That was my first clue. My first clue. Don't have all these regrets. Don't have all these fears. Don't have all this false stuff. Don't have all these opinions and issues with stuff. Be a willow tree. It just flint. With each adversity, there lies a greater benefit. The benefit is I didn't get that job. But I thought I should have had it. I know I could have had it. I wanted it. I bet you've been there. How many of you been there? Put it in the chat. We set up these false evidence things appearing real. And if we have adversities, which we all have, every human being has, I guess animals too, because they had predators that have things happen. So let's look at those adversities and look at the greater benefit because of them. One benefit I had because of the chaos, the elections, and wars and stuff, and I didn't want to watch news anymore, was that I got to really focus on me and work on my purpose. I got to focus on me and work on my purpose. And I also realized that when we were all complaining about COVID, I mean, and we were sad COVID because it took so many lives. But instead of focusing on having to wear the mask and how inconvenient it was, and having to be stuck in the house, and having to have new relationships and do different things that you weren't used to do because you were stuck in the house, how about I had used that time in growing my speaker business? How about if I had used that time in building up strength in my body, exercising more, developing stronger muscles? How about if I had penned out my purpose then? You see what I'm saying? So I realize now, can't waste time. Gotta do it. Gotta do a little bit every day. Are you up for it? Tell me in the chat, are you up for you? Me, are you up for you? Are you up to support you? Well, if you are, take those minutes every day when you wake up. As I said, have the gratitude, and then have your self prayer, and then have your self physical, 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 physical process move, and then put your purpose in place. Work on it, 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 work on it every day. And when I say purpose, some people may say, "Well, what do you mean by purpose?" I say things that give you joy, things that you want to do, and things that you whatever. And I've taught this to my grandkids. So I'm going to share something I've taught them since they were two, and that is whatever the mind can see you can achieve. End of story. I don't care if you're pink. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you're you have one leg, one arm, no eyes. Okay? Whatever the mind can conceive, you can achieve. So note that down. Put that in your pipe and smoke that today. And share it with your kids. If you're parents, share it with your kids. A lot of times we send our kids to school and we're looking for all this validation to come through the kids. And maybe they're in classes where they're being torn down. Because it's our responsibility to give them the inspiration or press that button, instill in them whatever the mind can conceive you can achieve. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what size you are. I don't care where you live. There's opportunity for everyone everywhere. You just have to start to work on it to see it. And you have to test first. Look, your benefit. You need. You need to surround yourself with positive people to help you move through it, to remind you of these things, which is why I'm saying I love being your coach. That we could work on this every week. How to stay inspired, how to stay ahead, especially me. Hey, aging. It's a wonderful thing because you gain so much wisdom because you live another day. You've learned something else. As I said, let's take some deep breaths. And it's just that simple. Let's slow it down, put a plan in place, suggest to you. Let's start. Write it to yourself. I suggest write it because I think write it, free yourself, free others, regardless of the fault. It is so big. It is so, I mean, just like, it just feels like the elephant is now officially out of the room. How many of you guys have those things go on with your families, go on with your friends? You go in and you talk to them, and this elephant all around. Ain't nobody. It's like everything there's an elephant in the room. Eliminate the elephant. Eliminate the elephant. In fact, I think we should have eliminate the elephant in the room movement. Okay, eliminate the elephant by coming clear to yourself and forgiving yourself and forgiving others. You tell others you forgive them. Now you have the ability to set the boundary so that whatever happened to bring the elephant in the first place doesn't happen again. Hello, hello, hey, anybody get that? Let me know in the chat. Do you understand what I mean by that? Because maybe you don't have elephants in the room when you talk to people or have family that have elephants and things going on. And like I said, that's the things that people don't say and people do think and people do feel. Well, what I'm trying to say is free yourself. You're open to opportunity. Free yourself. You're open to more self-love. Okay? Free yourself of the isms and do it today. If you haven't started, start today. Start your journey with me at Wendi at wendycharlesspeaks.com or join me on School with Grow with Wendi, where I have some official programs that we can work this out. I have a 14-day program. I've got a 5-day program. Start wherever you are or how much time you have. Focus on a program and invest in yourself. In fact, that's a big thing that people just don't realize. That life constant investment that should be in you. We should invest in ourselves, whether it's going to a college and getting an education, getting a certification, exercising and getting our muscles right, whether it's learning a prayer so that we can have peace. I have a poster and I have a nonprofit called Splendid Mind Society. And I have a poster that I sell on because there are about 13 religions on here. Islam, Buddhism, Taoism, Christianism, Judaism, Christianity, I mean, Hinduism, where every single society tells you to treat others as you want to be treated. Can you believe that? And we're looking around at all this war. Every religion has that same statement. What are we doing? Why are we doing when everybody feels like they should love each other? Everybody's faith says we should unite behind each other. Why aren't we? I don't know. I have not a clue. But what I can do is I can get you a poster to show you and quotes from various, whether it be the Bible, whether it be the Sutra, whether it be the Quran, okay? I can show you where it all says the same thing. Love your brother as you love yourself. We have to start to unite around purpose so that we can have peace. But it starts with self because we can't control anything outside of ourselves. We can just. Everybody get that? Everybody get that? Tell me in the chat, did you get that? Is there something holding you back from understanding that everyone wants to be treated fairly, with dignity, with respect? I hope so. Anyway, back to, again, I wrote a book called Be Splendid in Your Day. I'm going to encourage you to go to my website and read Charles Speaks book and begin those exercises and work on you. Work on you every day. So take a chapter out of my book, whether it is, and I'm going to go through some of them, whether it is the power of mindful living, or it is embracing your imperfection, what is building resistance, communicating with empathy, you know, but it's all about finding your passion, your passion. I can't tell you what it is, but I can help you find it. My book got some exercises there. Help you narrow it down. Because it's very important as you age to keep peace. If you don't have purpose, you don't have peace. And when I say purpose, I am saying doing things that you love, not things you have to do. Because we all have to do things we don't necessarily want to do. And that doesn't necessarily always bring us a lot of joy to do that. Uh, April 15th was tax season, and there wasn't really a lot of joy in doing it, although I had to do it, right? But what is joy is to live in a country in which I can have a home and I have a house, I have a car and other things, and I can pay taxes on them and have them. That's a wonderful thing. With this, not being in the upper and striving now to be in the upper 1% where I don't have to pay taxes. But I'm not there yet. Just working on it. I still have to pay them, but I have to say that I appreciate them. It's like I appreciate my creditors that give me the credit. So I appreciate that. I don't like to see the bill. I am like no one else. You just want to be able to do things and not necessarily to have the bill behind. But it's an appreciation when I pay that bill because I do have that credit. And I can use that credit to do other things that maybe I couldn't do because maybe my cash wasn't long. I don't know about you. Maybe your cash is not long. Or maybe your cash is long, and maybe you don't need any of that. And maybe all of this stuff I'm talking about is nonsense, and this may not be the platform for you. I'm not sure. But if it is, okay, if it is, stay tuned. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do together. Together, we can do it. We can win. We can stay aligned with our purpose together. Three things. Joining me, joining me with the process. Let's wake up with gratitude and prayer. Exercise our bodies. Make sure that the food that we're consuming is also good and healthy for us. One thing I do like about JFK is that he is really trying to get away from a lot of the things that cause us harm. The red dyes, the processed corn, the bad oils, all of that, the oversaturated sodiums that are in our foods, to get it where it's normal to have, or back to normal, having good food. It's funny. Our ancestors lived less years than we currently do today, and they had better food. Go figure. Go figure. But I'm hoping that comes back. So make sure you have good food. And then start your day with an intention to working on something you love, working on your purpose. It could be macrame. It could be, I like to decal cars. I want to teach people how to do AI. In fact, let me tell you about AI. That's another thing to talk about with these seniors. Okay? Seniors need AI. You hear me? Seniors need AI. So all you seniors out there that are saying, "Oh, I don't want to learn this. This is another thing. This is another thing." Let me just tell you something. You got the possibility of Alzheimer things happening, right? So, and you only use 5% of your mind anyway. I don't care if you're senior or not, right? Why not have a virtual assistant and concierge in your old age? And that's what these Chat GPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Copilot, I mean, there's a bunch of them, et cetera, help us do. Now, you don't want to unload it. with load it with your best being. You don't want to load it with uh, your social security number. You don't want to load it with your bank account. Now you're seeing me say, because I had something that clicked here on my computer, and I'm trying to figure out what is it trying to tell me. Okay, don't know. But anyway, what I am trying to tell you is I'm Wendy at Wendy Charles Speak. And follow me at Wendy at WendyCharlesSpeak.com. I don't know, it's giving me a flag here of a timer. If I shut off because I am a senior trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing with it. Uh that's what happened. But anyway, let me tell you that you embrace AI. Teach GP Chat GPT or one of those I said, Claude, or however I like Claude. I love Claude too. Um, use those to help you navigate and go up to all seniors need AI to see some of the examples of how I use it in school at skool.com. It is a free area that I just go up each week and kind of punch up something that I've done with my virtual assistant. Just to give you an example, my virtual assistant's name is Robert. I named him after my daddy, although most people don't. But anyway, whatever that is, hold on. I'm gonna go here and just uh, just make a movement here because it's asking me to do it and see if that works. Okay. Yes. All right. I did something that was do I think. I'm still here. But again, this is Wendy at Wendy Charles Speaks, and what I'm trying to say to you, I'm here to help you. And you're here, I hope, to help me grow, go, deliver purpose in our lives, purpose in our world. Hang on. It takes you to do it. Not your friend, not your mama, not your cousin. It takes you. You are in charge of you. So change starts with you. All right? Remember that it's not outside yourself, baby. It ain't outside of yourself. It's inside. Work on the inside. And get up in the morning if you need a little encouragement. Turn on that Mary J. Blige. Good morning, gorgeous, and say it to yourself. Don't run past the mirror. Face yourself. Love you. Because if you don't love you and you don't pat yourself on the back and you don't say good morning, gorgeous, guess what? May not be said. May not be said, right? So feed you. Feed you. Feed you with inspiration, with encouragement, with love every day and keep the chaos away. Set boundaries. You can only be called between this time. I can only talk to you that time. Nope, I can't go with you to the movies. I'm working on my purpose. Nope, I can't go to the club because I'm taking care of me. Nope, I'm at the spa. I'm getting a massage. I just need my body feeling right. I'm tired of being uptight. Okay? Work on you every day. Work on you. Do I have a commitment from you guys that are here that you work on you? Can you work on you every day? And if you do, I'm telling you, you will see such an amazing individual. I didn't think so. I thought, oh, this poppycock, I'm just, this working on me thing. But I walk out now and people say, what is that light? What is that energy? All it is. Keep polishing that mirror every day, so that I can inspire you. I inspired me, and now I just want to teach you how to stay engaged, how to stay inspired and working on you, on working on your purpose in your second act. This is my sixth. I'm a girl from Brooklyn, New York, okay? And I had parents. My dad was a producer in a radio station. Okay, in fact, he was first black producer at WAW radio station in New York with a 4 million listening audience. So I saw a man in my life. I had the blessing of seeing a man that did phenomenal things at a time where, especially a man of color, just did, did, didn't fit in, make it. Yeah, he made it because he understood that saying that what whatever the mind can conceive, you can achieve. And I was able to instill that in my grandchildren. So I have one grandchild finance major, Switzerland, at a university. Other grandchild who's in the military, who's an air mechanic plane. I had a son who's CFL for 8 years, and my daughter is a property manager, senior property manager, commercial property, position building. So if you plant the seed in your family, start planting it in yourself, then plant the seeds in your family. You know, it's like the lotus flower. Somehow, through the mud, the mire, muck, it comes up. And it's the most beautiful, 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 beautiful. Like, you too can be that lotus. You too can overcome any adversity. You too can have a second act to 50. You too, purpose. Purpose being things that bring you peace and bring you joy every day. You can wake up to it if you choose to. Do it. Up to you. I'm here to help. So join me, Wendy, at wendycharlesspeaks.com. Buy my book, Be Splendid in Your Day. And I look forward to seeing you on another day to work with you, to inspire. Let's inspire each other. Know that there's nothing we can't do, there's nothing we can't be, and we can do it together. Let's join each other in a movement of purpose as seniors. Yes, let me be part of your tribe. Let me be in your circle as you want let you into mine. As long as one condition, life is moving towards purpose. You're not talking to me complaining and about gossip and all kinds of stuff like that. That ain't happening. That ain't no. What's happening here is love, honor, dedication. You enjoy that ride, what I am talking to you about today. I look for you. See me. Join me on Substack as well. See me on school. See me at WendyCharlesSpeaks.com. Show you. I did it. I'm going to show you. Peace and love, everybody. Be splendid in your day. Be splendid in your life. Be splendid. Oh, also, my song. Yeah, peace out. I'm going to play it on our way. Days for your own glory. So embrace your inner authority because you were made for your own glory. And yes, bye.